watched it, I've gotten something from it, because I've been taught a lot of things about wintertime and stuff like that. But that's also a good example of being a sponge and absorbing what you can. Learn a lot of stuff. Good morning, trucking tubes. So it's early bird 30 in the morning. I usually don't get up this early. Well, I don't know, I have been lately. So you guys have noticed that I've been absent for a while, and I covered this in the last video. I've just been kind of having issues as far as getting situated. Not really like issues, I guess. It's just more of a, I've had creativity issues where I don't know what to talk about, or I just want to kind of be to myself, kind of want to think of what I want to do. Also get situated in a new place, stuff like that. Looked a little dark, sorry about that. If you see it's dark. Taking the Elmo out. Elmo. He's doing his business. Anyway, so getting ready to head out here. We're gonna go to New York, going to a big plant, except we're doing a 34 this weekend, and the big plant is excuse me, woo, and the big plant is open 24/7, so I can deliver whenever. But I told them I was going to deliver Monday, since they won't have a load for me until Monday. Usually they'll have a load for me on the weekend if I'm running on a Saturday and I'm delivered. Usually. But there's some things I want to talk about today. One is being a sponge. And by sponge, you'll find out what I mean here in a minute. You'll definitely see, you'll get what I mean in a minute. As soon as I get him ready and we get rolling. So, hope you guys enjoy the video. If you're liking it so far, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. You guys are awesome. Glad to have you as an audience. If you're new, subscribe now. Sorry, I'm trying to do the Davey 504 thing. I don't know if you guys watch him. If you do, he's a good dude. He's an Italian bassist. I'm really big into music and stuff like that. So anyway, stay tuned. about a little bit of stuff today. Excuse me. I want to talk about being a sponge. Now, what is being a sponge, you ask? Well, being a sponge is like absorbing all the knowledge you can. Absorb every single thing that you could possibly know about your job in the industry. The more you know, the better off you are. Now, you won't know everything there is to know, because nobody knows everything there is to know. But you'll know enough to get by and do it the right way. I've been in the industry for about 4 years. Same as a friend of mine. I had the fortunate, I was very fortunate to be trained by a guy that, I was very fortunate to be trained by a guy that actually cared and liked to do his job and wanted to pass down his knowledge to me. And that actually inspired me to do that, to want to do the same thing, to pass down the knowledge. I've always been into wanting to train people and stuff like that, but as soon as I got into it, did it for about a year solid, then found out it was too stressful as far as sleep. You become sleep deprived, and it's very stressful, especially when your life is in somebody else's hands. So, but you want to learn things as you go along, and things can make your job easier. A lot of things can make your job easier. Like knowing how to secure things if you're on flatbed, and knowing how to install load locks if you're on van, knowing how to hook up a dolly if you pull double in pump trailers. Stuff like that, you know, how to change stuff down if you're on heavy haul side. Same thing with flatbed again. It really helps to absorb all the knowledge that you can through other people, you know, that been in the industry a while, know what they're doing, and that they're giving correct information. There's also stuff out there for education, and I'll let you know, like, to teach you how to do stuff as for reference. It'll help you learn a little bit about what you're doing, supposed to do for your job. Say you don't know how to, when you're coming into the industry and you don't know how to secure a load, like say a pipe, and say it's plastic pipe and it's layered up about 13 6-foot tall. Well, according to DOT, you're supposed to layer your straps, and that's what you're supposed to do to make it legal. So every 2 bundles, technically, you're supposed to put 2 or 3 straps to hold it, like belly straps is what we call it. And over the top, you throw about 5 or 6, throughout each section. If you get 2 sections, front to back, 1 section in the front, 1 section in the back, both tall. That's what you're supposed to do. And sometimes most of the time they'll have you smoke tarp it, because if your exhaust, if it's going for water or stuff like that. So, you guys, I also want to take the time to thank everybody that actually watches my channel and gets something out of it
And I really want to know your thoughts on the stuff. I'd like for you guys to leave your comments. Let me know you watched it in the comment section. And give me your thoughts and your views and stuff like that. Definitely interested in what you guys want to know, or if you have questions or things that you do know, and stories, whatever you want to share. I appreciate any kind of feedback that you guys want to give. So that's about being a sponge. You want to absorb all the knowledge you can. So, and I also want to give you guys a little bit of an update. Like I said this morning, I've been trying to get into, been trying to clear my head a little bit and try to get some creative vibe going on. But here recently, it's been kind of, in the past couple of months, it's been kind of hit or miss. So in the last video, it wasn't too terrible. It was a review before, well, that was before the last video actually. The last video was my thoughts on making friends with YouTube truckers. That's just a subject you wanted to watch. The video, I'll leave it up in the corner there somewhere. So you guys can go watch it if you want, if you haven't seen it. I actually, I took a break for a little bit, like I said, and I was also working another job. I was doing oversized and heavy haul for a little bit, and it's not that I didn't like it, it's the fact that I didn't work. Like I go out for like a week or two, and half the time that I was out away from home, I worked for a company. I worked for a company that was in my state, and they didn't have a lot of work apparently. So I was constantly sitting around the yard. The truck was either broke down, or there was no work, and you were just sitting around doing nothing. And for the most part, they did try to keep me running, but it just wasn't what I wanted to do, because it was strictly restricted. It was just restricted to the coast, like going up and down the eastern seaboard, and all the states on the east coast. Rarely went out of, or rarely went west of Virginia. It rarely went as south as, well, went all the way to Florida. So we go all the way from Florida all the way up to New York and New Hampshire and stuff like that. And I didn't really like that, staying in the Northeast a lot. But when it paid, it paid. I made pretty decent money. Now, granted, you know, I only gave it about 2 months, but I also couldn't afford to stay like that, because I got bills to pay. Everybody got bills to pay. So I decided to go do something else. So now I'm pulling something a little different. Still flatbed work. Still kind of general freight, kind of specialty freight. Just depends. Like I was doing before, except for a different kind of caliber. Staying running. Loving the current company I'm at, and stuff like that. I know that I was kind of off the grid for a little bit, but I'm back for the most part. I'm just kind of uploading as I can, and editing takes time. Editing takes a little bit of time, especially when I want to get it right and I want to do it and make a quality video. Quality content is good. You guys wouldn't want to watch a video that was crappy, that was just thrown together and poorly edited, anything like that. So, anyway, jumping back on that thing, being a sponge. I just wanted to kind of go off on a tangent, give you an update for a little bit. But being a sponge, you guys want to I know I said I was done with being, with explaining it, but knowledge is power. And I'm trying to give you guys knowledge through my videos. Like, you can go back and view my winter tips. My winter tips is one of my biggest viewed trucking videos besides cooking. I have one cooking video that was really big, and it got like 200 and some views. I don't know what it's up to now, but it's very nice to actually have a video that's done so well, and I hope people who have watched it have gotten something from it, because I've been taught a lot of things about wintertime and stuff like that, but that's also a good example of being a sponge and absorbing what you can. I've learned a lot of stuff along the way about, as far as absorbing what I can, learning all I can about the job. The more you learn, like I said, the better off you are. So, like in the case of winter driving, like I've said before, and I'll say it again, if it's too slippery, if you don't feel safe, and the road's closed, you don't see semis on the road, and everybody's packed in a truck stop, it's probably time to get off the road. No load or clock or anything is worth your life. Don't matter. You'll still make a paycheck. May not be the paycheck you want, but you'll still make money. You'll still be here. So, you guys, if you have anything to share as far as what you want to see on the channel, I always encourage you guys to leave comments in the comment section down below. I appreciate any kind of thing that you guys have an opinion on, and I'm definitely curious to know. So I believe that'll do it. It'll be a little short one for today. We're currently in Ohio right now, and I'm sure you guys are going to see some video of what I'm seeing here. So it's a nice overcast day in Ohio. So anyway, so hey, look, that's it. So if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a big like. If you're new here, subscribe. Press that subscribe button. Click that bell for notifications. Click share. Share it with your friends. Share it with people. Get the word out. Say, hey, there's this new kid in town. He's been here for a couple of years. We just hadn't known about it. But I would greatly appreciate that. I'm trying to grow the channel, and that'll help. And the more you like, the more we grow. So that would be cool. I'd like to see 1,000 subscribers. Remember, Inside of Truck Reveal at 1,000 subscribers. So if you want to see beyond what's in here and how I keep my truck and a grand tour, be sure to subscribe and stick around. So don't forget also that I leave my links to my socials, and follow me there in the description down below. And yeah, so we'll see you out there on the big road.